So in previous classes, we have discussed most important basic features in Python, like data types, variables data types, control structures, loops. Okay, and we also discussed about functions. There is main one more important topic in Python, which is called as classes and objects. Okay, so in previous class, let us discuss about this topic. Okay, so in classes and objects concept, the main concept this is called as object-oriented programming. Okay, so most of the programming languages which follow a pattern is called as object-oriented programming language. Okay, so in short form, it called as OOPS. Okay, so OOPS is a programming pattern based on concept of objects. Okay, objects contain data and methods. Okay, so this is one type of programming. Okay, this is like a structure of programming which few programs follow. Okay, some programming languages like Java, C++, okay, and JavaScript as well. Okay, follows this object-oriented programming, which means this object-oriented programming have some principles and structure. Okay, so using that we can make our applications simpler and convenient. Okay, so in this we discuss about classes, objects, and inheritance topics because these are important for our Django course. Okay. So basically, what is a class? So a class is a blueprint for creating objects. Okay. So it defines set of attributes and methods that the created objects will have. Okay. For example, I will discuss this one. So you should understand well about classes and objects, then only you'll understand about object-oriented programming. Classes. Class. So class is a blueprint for creating objects. Okay. So to understand this better, in simple terms, we can say an example like, for example, I want to construct an house. Okay. For constructing house, I should have a plan, right? Like layout. So this is hall and this is kitchen and these are like bedroom one and bedroom two. Okay. So like this, I should have some layout, right? So this is called house plan. Okay. So classes are like plans for creating objects. Okay. So blueprint in the sense a plan. Okay. So classes are a blueprint for creating objects. Okay. So in the next topic is object. Okay. Object is a instance of a class. So instance in the sense copy. Okay. For example, so this if this is a house plan, so using this house plan, I have constructed a house. Okay. So then, so this house plan will be the class, okay, and the house constructed using this plan will be an object, okay. So these are classes and objects, okay. The class is a blueprint for creating objects, okay, and object is an instance of a class, which means a copy of this class, okay. So using this plan, I have constructed this house. So this class will be, so this house will be an object of this class. Okay. So using this same house plan, I can construct a number of houses. Okay. So for example, if you visit and venture, okay, so you will see a layer of houses. Okay. For example, this is a road in this venture. you will see almost similar copy of houses. Okay, so all these houses are constructed using same house plan. Okay, so which means using one single copy of class, we can create n number of instances. Means which means n number of copies. Okay, so each class have some properties and behaviors. So property in the sense data, okay, and behaviors in the sense methods. Okay, so for example, so in this context of housing, so the properties will be like what is the number of doors in a house, okay, number of rooms, okay, like cement, used cement. So how much cement you use, okay. So and all these things, okay, and behaviors will be like uh, which room is used for what purpose. For example, kitchen is used for cooking. Okay, bedroom is used for sleeping, and hall is used for living area. Okay, so like this, we each object have some properties and behaviors. Okay, so let us discuss about few examples on this properties and behaviors of each objects. Let us see some real world examples of. For example, if you take mobile as an object, okay. So what are the data attributes of mobile? Okay, brand name like Samsung, nothing, Nokia. Okay, whatever. Okay, next model. So what is the model? Like F22, phone, Nokia, C32, something like model name. Okay, color, black, red, whatever the colors. Okay, storage capacity. Okay, and RAM. Okay, all these are called as data of a object. Okay, and what are the behaviors of a mobile? So for what purpose you use mobile? Behaviors or methods. Okay, so we use mobiles for making calls. Okay, for receiving calls. Okay, for sending, receiving messages. To browse internet. Okay, to take photos. Okay, all these are behaviors of a mobile. Okay, and these are the properties. These are the data of a mobile. So if we make a mobile as a class, okay, for example, if we make mobile, for example, if we have a plan to create mobile planner, you can call it as in technical terms, you can call it as design. Okay, so each mobile have the discussed data and discussed behaviors. Okay, so using this plan, we make different types of mobiles. So each will have all these data properties, and each phone will behave the mentioned behaviors. Okay, so here this design plan is called as a class, and the phones we use are called as objects. Okay, so in design we define uh, what data it should have and how should this mobile behave. So the actual data will be for objects and the actual data will be assigned for the objects. Okay, so let us discuss one more example and let us see example from this. Next real world example is car. Okay, so that data properties will be like brand, model, year of release, color, speed limit. Okay, I guess it stopped at the 10 minutes itself. It's resuming from 11 minutes. So the entire class is not recorded.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Yeah, you can continue.
yeah. Okay. So our final part is Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is most popular HTML, CSS, and JavaScript framework for developing responsive mobile first websites. So, so using Bootstrap, we have advantages like shortcuts for styling. Okay. So previously, while using HTML and CSS, yeah, that syntax is vast. Okay. So when the application grows, the CSS code also grows, and you have to maintain in separate files. And applying fast styles is not that easy. Okay. So you have to remember more many tags in the CSS. So in Rescue, you have Bootstrap. So Bootstrap have some shortcuts for your CSS tags so that you can use them in handy in your HTML application wherever you want to apply CSS styles. And in addition, in Bootstrap, you have some predefined components. Okay, so like you have some forms. Okay, pre-applied form styles. If you want to create a login page, you have so pre-applied login forms, customized login forms, so that you can simply copy that code and you can paste and reuse them. So in Bootstrap, you have some predefined components. You can simply copy them and you can use them, like navigation bar. So you will have some Flipkart navigation bar right in the top, like Flipkart brand name, and you will have the categories of sections in your navigation bar, right? So that can be made easily by importing a Bootstrap navbar, and you have to change the uh, names according to your website. Okay, so these features are offered by Bootstrap, and in additionally, you can customize your for different types of devices. Like for example, if you can customize your device for laptops, okay, mobile phones, okay, large TVs, okay, based on the sizes. So you can customize. So for what size of your device, so what should content should be displayed and how it should be organized. Okay, so you can customize that using Bootstrap. Okay, so these are the advantages of Bootstrap. So to use Bootstrap, you have to import additional libraries from Bootstrap website. So using that, you can apply those changes in your website. Okay. So to conclude that HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap are fundamental technologies for web development. So HTML structures the content. Okay, CSS styles it. So JavaScript adds interactivity, and Bootstraps make it responsive. Responsive in the sense, so adjust the styling according to the device size. Okay, so if I open a website in PC, so it should response, it should adjust to that device width. Okay, so if I open that website in a mobile phone, so it should adjust to that mobile width. Okay, so Bootstrap makes it responsive and mobile friendly. Okay, and mastering these technologies is essential for creating modern and dynamic responsive websites. Okay, so these are the topics that you should have some basic knowledge to continue our Django course. Okay, so these are not you should not be proficient, but you should have some, okay, what is what, you should have some idea about what is what. So I will simply show how to use Bootstrap, and I will close the session. Okay, so to use Bootstrap, first you should head to the Bootstrap website, getbootstrap.com. Okay, so in this bootstrap.com, you will have this to include the CDN links. Okay, so copy these links and add to your header part. Okay, so in HTML header part, you copy and add those links. Okay, so now the bootstrap is linked to your HTML page. So to do styling, so now I am removing this CSS. Okay, so now to do styling,
Sir, it is it better to include CDN links or download Bootstrap and add folder?
it is recommended to download Bootstrap and add.
Okay.
Okay. But for learning purpose, I'm simply showing the clicks. Okay, so now this is the raw content. Okay, so now using Bootstrap, you can easily organize this content by using Bootstrap tags. For example, I am moving this content to a division and adding some Bootstrap tag like container. So container will add padding to the both sides of your text. Okay, so this is the actual text, right? So after adding container, you will get padding to the both sides of your page. Okay, so now if to adjust, if I want to give so color, so there are some predefined 6 to 7 colors. So you can use like text primary, so which will add a color of blue.
Sir, is this page responsive?
Yes, it is responsive, but yeah, I'll show that as well. So to check the responsive, you have to adjust the device width. So if you see, it automatically adjusted to the device width. So you can see that by, so if you see, so I'm changing the device width. So it is automatically adjusting to the device size. Okay, the content is, so for large devices, you are getting extra padding. Okay, once I'm reducing the size, so it reducing according to the device size. So like this websites acts as responsive websites. Okay, so like this, using these shortcuts, you can apply styling to your, and you can organize your text using some contents like rows. Okay, so using row, you can organize these 3 sections into three columns of, okay. Simply all those tags should be applied in a class. Okay, so you should give a class and you can apply those tags. Okay, so now these will be divided into 3 horizontal columns. Okay, so you can see that this content is divided into 3 columns. So like this, you can style your content, like you can arrange your layout of your content. and you can use predefined components. So if you see here, you go to documents and if you go to contents, it's component, so, layout, content, okay? Content forms, all these components, you can use them. So here I have navbar. So if I go for this navbar and I paste this at here, so now if I refresh, I'll get a I'll get a navigation bar to my page. So you can customize it according to your choice. So like this, you can use readily available components and you can import them into your HTML page and you can develop applications in this Swift way. Okay, so like this, you can copy the components and you can add. There are a number of components, readily available components. You can just simply copy them and you can customize them according to your website so that your application development will be faster. Okay, so this is for this purpose we use Bootstrap. Okay, for styling, for arranging the layout of your web application, and for adding React responsiveness to your application, and to use readily available components. Okay, so this will be framework of all the combined HTML, CSS, and JavaScript properties. This is the bridge course elements that you should have some idea about before entering into Django. So from today, from tomorrow, we will start Django course. Okay? So any doubts regarding today's class or any Python topics?
No, sir.
Okay, then. See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.